Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a new video, and hello if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a chatty get ready with me, a little bit of a makeup tutorial on this look right here by yours truly. I'm going out and I just thought I'd sit down and get ready with you all. Before we jump into the video, I'd really appreciate it if while you're here you would subscribe to my channel, give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and also comment down below. I would really appreciate it, and let's get on with it. So I've just done my skincare off camera and I always start with my eyebrows. So I'm going to do it in the order that I usually would, and I usually use the Pink Honey, is it brow glue? Pink Honey glue? Whatever, to stick my eyes up, my eyebrows, and give me like that laminated eyebrow effect. But I actually recently got the Anastasia brow freeze. I got it in my Cosmetips box that I spoke about in my last vlog. So that came with the brow freeze and the brush. So I'm going to try this out. I'm a little apprehensive about trying new things when I actually have to go somewhere, because if it doesn't go right, like, you still have to go somewhere. I like to try them when I'm like, I don't need to look good, but you know, we move. So let's see how this thing works. Right. Does anyone know what I'm meant to do? Am I meant to like scoop it out with this and then put this? Am I meant to put this straight in? I don't really know. I'm just gonna go for it. Let's see. I think I need a bit more. Okay. Okay, brow freeze. Yes, to this. What I really like about this is the fact that it's clear. The one that I usually use is brown, which is obviously good because it puts a little bit of a tint as well, but if it goes in the wrong place or it goes above your eyebrows, it kind of makes a little bit of a mess. So this doesn't do that. However, I do find I'm using a little bit more product with this one than I used to use with my old one. I am here for that. Let me do the other side. Okay, I love this. I understand the hype. I understand the hype. I should probably actually address my Goldilocks curls. To be honest, I always curl my hair before I do my makeup. Don't know how girls can do the opposite order. I don't know how they do their makeup and then stand and curl their hair, because I just get sweating. It's not for me. So I always curl my hair, flip it back, do my makeup, and I'm not going to leave it like this. I am going to brush it out. I'm not going to go out like Goldilocks, but I just leave it to kind of set while I do my makeup, and then I'll brush it out once my makeup's done. Maybe this is like to flatten, you know, once you've brushed them up, to like really push them in place. I might have just completely made that up, but that's what I'm gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. I don't really know if that was right. Anywho, I'm then just going to fill my brows in a little bit with my Morphe brow pencil in Java. I don't really do loads with my brows anymore. When I brush them up like this and I have them laminated, I just kind of fill in the sparse areas, and this is the best brow pencil in the world, and I only have this much left. So if anyone's listening, I would like one of these for Christmas, please. I'm actually going to do my brows off camera because otherwise we're going to be here for 45 years, so I'll be right back. Okay, so we are back and the brows are on. I've been watching a lot of Manny MUA recently and I was dying to be like, back and the brows are filled, back and the brows are filled, but I wasn't going to do that, but I did do that. Anyways, I also went ahead and primed my eyelids while I was there, because that's a boring step, nobody needs to see that. So the brows are on, the eyelids are primed, and we're ready to do some shadow. I don't really know what this video is at this point. Is it a chatty get ready with me? Is it a festive makeup glam? I just don't really know. I don't really know what I'm doing. I just sat down and I thought I would film. I'm getting ready to actually go out anyways, so I thought I would just film my makeup, see where we end up. I got this recently as well, also in the Sarah Ashcroft Cosmetips box, and it is the Wild palette. Is it just called Wild? Wild Tiger Obsessions from Huda Beauty, and this is the colour range. And I just thought, it does look a little bit intimidating at first, but I just thought the glitters were really nice for like a festive look. These mattes are really speaking to me here, like the really light like nude colour and almost like a little bit of an orange. So I thought I'm just going to play with it. I don't really know what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to start with it. I'm going to see what the shadows are like and see where we end up. See what glam we end up going for. I'm very much a wing it type of gal. I'm going to start with this really light orange colour here down in the bottom and just blend that all through the transition. Do the crease. Let's see. Not a ton of pigment, but I'm happy for that with more of a bright colour like this. I kind of don't want to go in with a ton of orange and then be stuck with a ton of orange. So not mad at that. I like the fact that it's buildable. However, I do think that is all I'm going to do, because if I do any more I'm going to end up with an orange eye, which is not what I'm going for. I wanted this more of like a transition colour, so I'm just going to do the same on the other eye. I think I'm going to have to grab MAC Soft Brown, because that will just save the day and make it a little bit more brown than orange. MAC Soft Brown never lets me down. Oh, I'm a boat and I didn't know it. I'm going to leave that orange there for now, and I am going to grab MAC Soft Brown. This is just one of my favourite eyeshadows ever. Basically, it's just the perfect transition colour. So that was a little bit more orange than we wanted. So I'm just going to take some of that on this Morphe M513 and blend it over the top. That's blending out really nicely. It's just making it a little bit more muted and a little bit more of like a browny orange rather than an orange, if you can see. Also a little friend. Love that for me. What am I going to use to darken the crease? Yeah, we'll use this. I'm going to go in with this shade here. This like reddy brown, and I'm going to use that to darken the crease a little bit. So I'm going to go in with I'm going to go in with like a little brush like this, just because I don't know how dark it's going to be, and just pack that in the outer corner and then just blend it into the crease. I definitely feel like I've like forgotten how to do makeup a little bit. I know that sounds strange. I know a lot of people practiced a lot of makeup in lockdown and like got a lot better at certain things, but I just really very rarely wear makeup anymore. So I feel like I'm out of practice a little bit. Like I can still do it, but I can't do some of the looks that I used to be able to do, some of like the really colourful, like glittery, sparkly things. I feel like if I try to do that now, I'll probably struggle a little bit. Does anyone else feel like that? Like they're not as glam as they once used to be? That's definitely how I feel. I'm just going to go back in with that big Morphe brush and just blend that all together as well. Then we are going to darken the crease a little bit more. I think I might do like a little bit of a shadow wing. I'm going to go in with this shade here, this like really dark brown. And am I going to do a shadow wing? Am I going to deepen the crease? Let's see. I think I'm going to do, yeah, I think I'm going to do like a little wing, like a baby wing. Wish me luck. I don't know how pigmented this is going to be. Might ruin my life. Yeah, this is definitely going to ruin my life. Definitely. But we've started now. We've committed and it looks ridiculous. I don't hate it. I think once I've got lashes and mascara and lashes, like, we should be okay. Let me do the other side. I think I hate it. This is the reality. This is the reality. Do I hate it? Once I've got lashes on, will it be okay? I definitely hate it. I hate it. I'm blending it out. Let's see if I can pull this back. Let me see if I can pull this back. Okay, so I'm going to take more of the dark shade and make it more of a crease colour in the outer corner on both sides. right. Then all I'm going to do is I'm going to take more of the original brown, the soft brown, and blend out the very edge of the wing so that it basically doesn't exist anymore. I think I've saved it. So by some stretch of a miracle, I've managed to save it. I've just blended out the wing and added some more of the transition colour. So a little top tip, if you don't want to do a winged liner, which I didn't want a really harsh wing, I wanted to just do a shadow one. If it doesn't go right, which it didn't because it was my mistake, I used too thick of a brush. That brush was just too thick, so there was no like real flick, it was just like a line. So I wasn't into it, so I literally just took a blending brush and blended the wing out so it made more of like a deep corner, and I think it looks pretty good. I'm going to go in with MAC Coffee liner. This is just like a dark brown liner, and I'm going to line my top lash line, top waterline, top lash line, whatever. This is actually really sharp, so I feel like this is going to hurt. I think I saved the day on the shadow, so now we need to move on to the lid. And I'm not really a sparkly lid gal anymore, and I know it's Christmas. I used to really love a sparkly lid, but I don't know. I'm going to go in with this shade first, this really like matte nude on the lid, and then decide if I want glitter. I can do glitter. I know it's Christmas, but I just really like that, just like an all matte eye. I think it looks, I think it's a mood. So yeah, we're gonna leave it like that, I'm afraid. No glitter. I'm gonna do glitter on the inner corner, actually. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a really glittery inner corner because that'll make it a little bit festive. So to finish off the eyes, I'm just going to coat my eyes with some mascara. I'm going to use a mixture of the Too Faced Better Than Sex and also the L'Oreal Telescopic. These are the perfect mix because this makes your lashes really, really long and this makes your lashes really, really thick. So match made in heaven. So I'm just going to first go in with the Telescopic and then I will go in with the Too Faced afterwards. I'm sorry, look how long that has made my lashes just with one quick little coat. The Too Faced. A little trick that I always like to do as well is if you feel like your lashes are a little bit clumpy, keep empty mascara. So this is just another L'Oreal Telescopic. This one's brown, which is why it's a different colour. Just keep the empty wand and just use the wand with no product to really separate your lashes. That's a really, really good trick if your lashes are clumpy. It's sometimes really hard by using mascara to get the clump off. It just adds more product. So this, keep your favourite mascara wand as soon as the mascara runs dry and do this trick. Okay, everything keeps falling up. These videos I always sit down to film and think I've got everything, and the amount of times I have to stand up and go and get things from my makeup drawer is just, it's just stupid because I just think I've got everything and then I haven't, and I'm up and down like a yo-yo. The next question is, do I want to do a lash? I'm sometimes not a lash girl, you know. I know some people who are like, would not dare go out without a lash, but sometimes I think it looks nice to just not. I don't know. Do I want a lash? I don't really know. I'm going to hold these ones up and see what I think. Or do I want the full lash? Do I want the full lash? No. Absolutely not. However, I think it's a yes on the corner lash. It's a yes on the corner lash. Okay, let's do that. I'll be back. This might take a minute. I'm back. The lashes are on and I think that looks really nice, just like a little corner lash rather than a full-on lash that can sometimes hide the eyeshadow. So I think that's cute. We're going to move on to the face and I'm going to use a mixture of my two favourite foundations, the Laura Mercier and the Hourglass Finish Stick? I don't know. But that's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to go in with a few little swipey swipes. Like that. And then this is broke, so I have to sit and twist it for like ever. Mix it with a little bit of this. This is one of like, they're both my favourite foundations, but this like, this bangs. A little dot there, a little dot there, a little dot there. And that's how I put my foundation on, to be honest. And then I'm going to use a damp beauty blender to blend it all out. I should probably say even what I'm getting ready for. I'm going out tonight for my Christmas party with my friends. So me and my friends have organised like our Christmas party night out basically. We're just going to go for some food. We're going to go to like a Japanese restaurant for some food, and then I don't really know. See where the night takes us, I guess. Just, we've got nowhere booked for after food. Just see what happens. I was saying in my last vlog that I really just don't go out anymore. So I don't really know what to expect with the clubs and things. I went out in my vlog that I just posted, I think it was last week's vlog. You'll see that I went out and we did end up going into a few clubs and it was just dead. Like, there was barely anyone there. Everyone that was there was probably like really young. It made me feel like really old. And I just thought, it must be so rubbish to be like just turning 18 now, because it's like the clubbing scene's not really as popping as it was back in the day when I would go out. I just felt like there was nobody there. So I don't really know. Maybe I was going to the wrong places. Maybe I was going to like where I used to go and there's like some new cool places, but it wasn't really a vibe. So I mean, we'll see what tonight is like, but I feel like a lot of 18-year-olds might have like missed the boat now. I feel like COVID might have like ruined clubbing for a while, so I don't really know. I am noticing my brows are starting to drop a little bit. They kind of don't really look like they're pushed up at all anymore, so I don't know if that brow freeze is really holding them. It did push them up, but it doesn't really look like it's held them very well. I think I'm going to use some of my pink honey over the top because that hasn't worked. Did I do it wrong? Did I not use enough? I don't really know. I definitely am going to go in with some of that pink honey, but I'm just going to finish my face off first. So I'm going to conceal next. You already know I'm using Tarte Shape Tape. Will I ever stop using Tarte Shape Tape? Probably not. And I'm going to do there, and there, and there, and there, and there, and there, and there. And I'm actually just going to leave that to sit for a quick second while I cream bronze. I'm going to use the Chanel Tandeslay bronzer, the best cream bronzer, the best cream bronzer in the entire world. If you don't know, get to know. It'll last you about 45 years and it's incredible. I'm just using a stippling brush and I'm going to just pounce that on like where my contour is going to go, basically. Just like a subtle bronze before we go in with the powders. And the same up here. This bronzer, honestly, I've had it for probably longer than I would like to admit, but it's just so good and it never runs out. I remember I was watching one of Jaclyn Hill's videos and she was using this, and then I was like, alright, well, obviously if Jaclyn's got it, I have to have it. So I hopped on it and I've never looked back. I'm also just going to pop a little bit of concealer on where I've got a little bit of scarring and our little friend there. Just around my mouth. I feel like my scarring has faded everywhere except for around my mouth. I don't really know why that is, but anyway. So I'm just using the same sponge that I used for my foundation just to blend all that out. And then under the eye. With this concealer I like to leave it just for a second because I feel like it just blends out so much nicer rather than when it's like really wet. But I feel like with a lot of concealers you probably couldn't do that, so I like that about the Tarte Shape Tape, that it doesn't dry really quickly, so you can leave it to just get a little bit tacky almost underneath your eye before you blend it out, and it just blends out so much easier. Why do I do this? Why do they all do that? I don't know. Does anyone know the answer? I'm gonna set my under eye with the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, obviously, because what else would I use? This is just, I've been using this for years and it never fails me, so why fix it if it isn't broken is what I say. So I'm gonna use that just to set underneath my eye. Oh, one in my eye. And then just a little bit on my lash lines as well. I'm making such a mess. Such a mess, but anyways. I'm also just going to take a tiny little bit of that cream bronzer. I forgot, and just bring it down the sides of my nose. Nothing crazy. I don't really do a nose contour just because I'm lazy, but I will just kind of bring a tiny little bit down the sides of my nose. And then obviously highlight the centre. While that under eye powder just sits for a second, I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder on a Real Techniques powder brush and just press this into the rest of my face to set my face. I'm really disappointed with that brow freeze. I feel like my brows have just completely dropped from any kind of pushed up laminated look to just looking a bit rubbish, to be honest. I really liked it, but it doesn't look like it's held. I don't know if I didn't use enough, I didn't use it right. Let me just brush them back up. Maybe they just need a brush. You see, that's how they looked before, and they've just like dropped down. I've brushed them. Let's see if they now stay there. Let's see, because I can't have them falling down. It's just not my vibe. Let's see. Round 2. Will they stay in place? I hope so. Now that the face is all set, I'm just going to wipe away that translucent powder. And I'm going to add a little bit of shadow to my under eye. I'm going to use like an angled brush to add that really deep brown shade, really close to my lash line, and then I'll use a lighter shade and just smoke it out. So I'm going to use this almost like a liner and add it just really close to the lash line. I feel like I'm definitely going to be late. I'm always late. Why am I always late? I always sit down with plenty of time to get ready. I was like, I'm going to film a get ready with me. I'm going to have plenty of time, and I feel like I'm not looking at the clock, to be honest. I'm not going to look because I know I'll get stressed because I know I'm late. And now my battery only has 8 minutes of recording time left. Can I finish this video in 8 minutes? Probably not. Then I'm just going to use the Morphe brush and a little bit of MAC Soft Brown, and I'm just going to smoke out the lower lash line. While I'm here, I'm just going to highlight the inner corner and the brow bone. What am I going to use for that? Should I try one of these? I feel like these look a little bit dark to be like an inner corner highlight. It would probably have to be this one. And it looks just very gold, and I'm worried it's going to do the opposite of highlight. So what should I try? This is what I'm going to use. This used to be my favourite inner corner shade. Where's my inner corner brush? Honest to God, the mess I have made, there's absolutely no need. I'm going to use MAC Floof, I believe this is called, to highlight. And this used to be, oh my god, this used to be my ride or die highlight shade. It's like the perfect champagne snow white highlight colour. It's like white, but it's not like too white. Oh my god, I haven't used that in so long. Wow. I love it. Eyes are done. Next up, we're going to finish off the face. So I'm going to bronze. I'm going to use the MAC Give Me Sun, obviously. What else would I use? And I'm just going to do like a light bronze with this. I don't want to be Tangerine Queen, but I would like a light bronze because he girl's pale. that side just looks like a light bronze, and I'm going to do the same on the other side. Since we are going for a little bit more of a nighttime look, I am going to contour, and I'm going to use NARS Laguna, this huge pan of Laguna with the little mini Ita brush. Does everyone remember the Ita brush? How iconic. Iconic. So I'm going to use that to contour. I watched a video that Manny MUA did the other day. I've really been loving watching him at the minute, and it was using all like old iconic makeup, and this just reminded me of it. And a lot of that I still feel like I use, like NARS Laguna, iconic. Mac Give Me Sun was iconic. I don't really know what else, but I feel like I still use a lot of things. He was like shocked by things that he used to use, but I still ride for some of these. I still love them. The camera just died on me, so I love that. But I've just popped a little bit of that Pink Honey brow glue in my brows because I just couldn't cope with how rubbish they looked. I'm just going to hit my lower lash line with a tiny little bit of mascara. I don't like a lot, so I'm just actually using the empty telescopic because it has enough just to get the bottom lashes, but I don't like a really long clumpy bottom lash. Just a little bit will do. I just realised that I didn't prime. So that's fun because my makeup's probably going to come off in 2 minutes, but anyways, I forgot. I'm going to do blush. I'm going to use the NYX Sweet Cheeks blush in the shade Daydream. This is one of my favourite ever peachy blushes. And I'm just going to put this just above my bronzer. And then last but not least, highlight. I'm going to use the Bobbi Brown highlighter in this gold shade. It's called Bronze Glow. And I'm just going to hit the high points of my cheeks when I can find my brush. Not loads of highlighter. I don't really like a lot of highlighter these days. Just enough. A little bit on the edge of my nose. A little bit on my top lip. Set the face, and then the last thing to do is just a lip, and then we are done. Okay, I used the Urban Decay De-Slick setting spray. I really like that one, and I really like the All Nighter. They're both really, really good. Anything from Urban Decay, setting spray wise, I enjoy. For lips, I'm gonna line my lips with MAC Strip Down Liner and Oldie But a Goodie. Again, I feel like this would be in the iconic makeup video. And then what I like to do is go in with a much darker shade. This is a really, really dark brown from Kiko, and just put this in the centre of my bottom lip and the cupid's bow of my top lip. Just to kind of really contour the lip and make it look like it's bigger than what it is. That's the bottom lip done, and I'm just going to do the same on the top. Then for lipstick, I'm just going to use a mix of the Maybelline Superstay in the shade, I think this is shade 5. I've only got 5 and 7, so whatever this one is. Yeah, shade 5. And then I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Lips in Charlotte Darling. So I'm going to first go in with this one and then just use this one in the centre. And then as that one dries down, I'm just going to take a little bit of the Charlotte Darling and pop it in the centre just to lighten the shade a little bit. And that is it, you guys. That is my makeup finished. I'm going to go and finish the rest of my hair and pop my outfit on, and I'll be back to show you the finished result. Okay guys, so I am back and I am ready. I just finished off my hair by brushing out my curls and adding a little bit of shine spray. I'm actually going to do a video on how I wave my hair, because ever since I posted that Zara haul, I've had a ton of questions on how I curl my hair, so stay tuned for that. That'll be coming very soon. And I've just popped on this like feather jumpsuit. It's like an all-in-one jumpsuit with like a feather top, and then it's all, let me try and show you, it's all backless at the back, and it's just an all-in-one jumpsuit. So that is the end of this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it all the way to the end, while you're here, I would really, really appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel, give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!